Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the worst 6 brawlers currently inside of the Brawl Stars meta. So I will be doing a tier list probably around Monday or Tuesday time. Obviously the qualifiers are this weekend, so I won't have too much time to put out the content that I want to, so I'll be focusing mostly on that. But I just wanted to bring out this video so you guys know how the meta is looking so far. So yeah, and also be doing a Power League guide as well a couple of days into the Power League season, so make sure you subscribe to not miss out on that content. We're going to be playing with Drake and Curse. I'll put both of the links in the description. And also, before we get into today's video, make sure you're using the creator code in the shop with the new update. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Alright guys, so jumping into the 6th worst brawler in the current meta, we have Jessie. So to be honest, I could only really think of 5 like solid brawlers to put on this list. Jessie, I would have put in and around the top bottom 6, but I'll just put her at bottom 6 because I can only really think of like one map in competitive where I would even consider using Jessie on, and that is Parallel Plays. She's a really good option on that map, but other than that, I don't feel like she serves too much of a purpose in this meta, mainly just because she's not really, like, she's one of the worst mids in the game. Like, she basically gets out-midded by every single, I don't even know if that's a word, out-midded, but I've just made up that word. But yeah, well, I mean, she doesn't really win any mid interactions, unfortunately, and again, it's just because she's mainly getting slow nerfs. You know, Jessie used to be one of the best brawlers inside of a game. She even got like a nerf to her turret not long ago, which I don't really know why. Like, Jessie's not been strong in the meta for a little while now. She doesn't really have too much purpose. I mean, she's good against tank brawlers, so at least she can be an okay mid in that respect. But I feel like there's a lot of brawlers in this meta which you can use. So that's why it was pretty hard to put someone in the bottom 6. The other 5 brawlers I don't think are great at all. But yeah, Jessie not really the best. So other brawlers that I put just above Jessie, which I will say, obviously I don't want to ruin the list completely, but like brawlers like Daryl did get a slight buff. That's why I don't think Daryl is on this list, because he got a slight buff and he's a little bit better with like aggro brawlers like the Mortis. He's pretty good with like Buzz combined as well with like a Poco. He's really quite a good assassin brawler right now. But yeah, that's the main reason why I put Jessie this low. So yeah, I've got to be kind of careful of this Mortis. Mortis is such a scary brawler in this meta. Okay, I kind of panicked with that turret there. I thought he was just going to rush me again. Oh, we get gadgeted by this Brock, which is kind of painful. And yeah, okay, Drake managing to get a nice kill, but it's kind of strange me playing with people with brain cells. You guys normally see in these videos for a long time now. I'll just play with randoms normally. I used to just always grind ladder with like top pros like Curse. I used to literally play ladder with Curse all the time, but probably will start going back to that pretty soon. Definitely miss it in terms of my videos because randoms, you guys know, are completely painful. We managed to get the kill on Mortis there. 20 seconds left. This should be a dub right here. Kind of scared of that Brock super. I'm just gonna throw my Jessie turret out there. Still got one more slow to use. 15 seconds left. This should be a GG. I mean, she's not like completely unusable, right? Even though I think she's one of the worst brawlers inside of a game, I still don't think she's completely unusable. Like, you guys definitely probably gonna disagree. Okay, whoa, Mortis just completely fires that out of nowhere. So we're going into overtime here. Not the most convenient. Probably should have just focused more on playing rather than the commentary here. So spike really low. We're trying to focus the Brock here. We should be able to get the dub regardless. I've got my super. Should be able to super kick this in, but I believe my teammates probably have got this, and Drake has. So yeah, that's going to be the 6th worst brawler in this meta. Let's hop into number 5. All right, guys, so jumping into the 5th worst brawler with the new meta, we have Carl. So Carl at the moment just not in a great place whatsoever. So I think the main reason for this, guys, is because Mortis just absolutely wrecks Carl in a 1v1. As you're going to probably see in its gameplay, it just absolutely destroys me. I stand a no chance in, especially if he's using Creepy Harvest. But just over time, we've seen Carl slowly decrease in popularity in the meta. His normal shot is just too slow. And again, the brawlers like Buzz that have came into the meta with his gadget and with his stun mechanics is just basically a better version of Carl, right? Carl was only really used to pounce onto enemies with his gadget and with his super to take them down. But right now, Buzz definitely has that better mechanics. So that's why you just don't see him much anymore. Mortis just going to sneak that in because I missed a shot. I think I actually auto-aimed that. So apologies for that, guys. I didn't actually mean to miss that shot. That was such an easy shot to hit. So yeah, I never see Carl anymore in scrims. Literally never. Is not played. I think I've only seen him like once in the last like 2-3 weeks, and that is on Factory Rush. Just literally because of his gadget, it can really help you get that first bolt. But yeah, other than that, Carl is just completely useless in this meta. So he's going to be the 5th worst brawler in the current meta. Let's hop into number 4. All right, guys, so jumping into the 4th worst brawler in the current meta. Don't think there's any surprises here. It is Gale. So Gale right now, not the greatest at all. I did actually bring him out in the scrim yesterday just to try him, and just straight away I was just like, no, this brawler is absolutely terrible. So even against like aggro brawlers like Edgar, like Buzz, Gale doesn't really stand a chance. Even with this gadget, right, it still doesn't stand a chance. His reload speed is just too slow. Well, no, people say his reload speed's fast, but I just feel like it doesn't do anything right. Maybe it's his damage that needs increasing. Everyone always says it's the damage that needs increasing, but still, I don't feel like his reload is good enough. And like his super feels a bit lackluster. Like everything about him is just not strong. And I'm really unsure why he didn't get buffed with the last balances, because Gale just has been nowhere close to the meta for a long time now. Maybe they're saving him for a buff pretty soon. But yeah, Gale, not even good against the tanks. So I don't know what his purpose really is in this type of meta. So yeah, that's going to be the 4th worst brawler currently inside of Brawl Stars. So let's hop into number 3. Alright guys, so jumping into the 3rd worst brawler in the current meta in Brawl Stars, we have Penny. So although Penny did get a buff with the last update, the health buff is just going to do nothing for her. The health isn't the reason why Penny isn't meta. It's not, as I said, really going to help her in any way, shape or form. The reason why Penny is really bad, she has a slow reload speed, her projectiles easy to dodge, damage isn't really that great. Just everything about Penny right now just isn't in a great spot in the meta. So yeah, Penny just nowhere close to the meta. I'm not really seeing her used anywhere right now, and you probably won't be for a long time. Just everything about her is trash. So her turret is going to act like a 4th brawler basically, but again, just her normal shot mechanics in those 1v1 situations just aren't really going to be good whatsoever. So the gameplay, we just absolutely destroyed him, because Rage and Curse they're carrying out the moment with some of the best brawlers in the meta right now. But yeah, Penny doesn't really offer anything in the meta, and just will not be anywhere close to the meta in the next well, with these balance changes. So that's going to be the 3rd worst brawler right now. Let's hop into number 2. Alright guys, so jumping into the 2nd worst brawler with the new update, we have Shelly. So I had a lot of comments on Twitter and just in general about Shelly in this in this meta. Sorry, I can't get my words out. But basically, Shelly's actually really good in Showdown right now. I've seen her a lot in Showdown Plus, and just with this clay pigeons, she's actually somewhat usable. I wouldn't really say anywhere close to being like midway through the meta. That is definitely an overstretch. Maybe in Showdown again, she's pretty strong, but in 3v3 modes, still not really the best, because there's just other tank counters out there. Which just serve a better purpose, like brawlers I can think of, right? Like Tara with her super, with like Nita with her super, etc, etc. Like basically every other brawler is going to be much better than Shelly. But again, these clay pigeons is actually a good rework. Like you can auto aim this like crazy, and you can get some good chains about it. So yeah, I do like the change. I thought it was going to be underwhelming. I really didn't think that the change would do anything, but I was wrong. This is definitely a nice change. Maybe we might see it being used more in the future. I've still not seen it being used in scrims though. But the reason why I've not put a bottom is because, again, it's like brawlers like Buzz and brawlers like Mortis that are really meta right now, and Shelly can still be an okay counter and somewhat usable against them, so she can be pretty decent. And if you use this star power as well, the Shell Shock star power, you could probably get some nice snipes with clay pigeons combined. So I'm just going to use it on that Sprout. I'm going to pop clay pigeons here. Okay, probably auto-aimed a little bit too much and it went off to the wrong brawlers, but you kind of got what I meant. Oh no! Oh, if I had ammo there, I probably would have scored. Maybe Drake is able to score in time. Yes, he is. So Shelly, no longer the worst brawler in the game in my opinion. She might be somewhat underrated. I'm not entirely sure yet, but people are still not really trying her out, even though that gadget is pretty strong. So I'm going to be putting her as the second worst brawler in the meta. Let's hop into the worst brawler. All right, guys. So jumping into the worst brawler with the new update, I've got to go ahead and put in Jackie. So Jackie, for some reason, didn't get any sort of buff, not even like a damage buff, a HP buff, star power buff, just nothing. Nothing changed about Jackie with the update, and I'm really surprised. So it's going to hurt Jackie even more, basically. I think the only reason you would bring out Jackie in the meta again, it can be okay against the Mortis, but I think against every other brawler in the game right now, Jackie's just going to completely suck against. I just hate playing Jackie. It's so painful playing playing her right now, and I've never seen her in scrims. I've never seen her in competitive. She's just an awful brawler. I feel like people were kind of still hanging on to the fact that Jackie used to be like an OP brawler back when she was released. She was strong for quite a long time, but now it's the time to finally admit that she just absolutely sucks, right? She's just not great at all. And she's not really in the state that, like, Shelly used to be back, like, a few months ago, where Shelly was basically, like, unusable. She's not that bad, but she's still the worst brawler in the meta, right? She still doesn't serve too much purpose. Her super as well is just so frustrating. Literally, like, every single brawler in the game right now has some form of usable super that's going to help you in your gunfights. And I think, if anything, Jackie's super actually hinders her. Like, for the most part, when I pop that super, people are just going to be able to take me down, and it's just so frustrating playing Jackie right now. I mean, I'm able to get the kill on Rico, but I'm not able to survive. I'm not really doing anything for my team other than giving the enemies free supers. So yeah, it's just painful. There's so many better brawlers than her right now, and especially with like Mortis and Buzz in the meta again. Like, why would you not just go them instead of this type of brawler? I just suck. I'm just dying over and over again. I'm trying to get close to him, and I just can't. So again, you got to make Jackie's super great. You got to make her star powers usable. And yeah, Jackie might be a little bit better. So I think it's easy to make Jackie at least a decent brawler in the meta, but it's just not happening right now. So I'm going to guess again that they're looking to rework her super, because a lot of people are obviously complaining about it, and it's the main thing wrong with her. They need to change it. We need to rework it. So I'm interested again to hear what your guys' opinions are about this Jackie super and how you change it. So I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to save this. No, there's just no way. And again, that super somehow doesn't even knock it out of my hands. So I think it needs to, like, maybe even activate just instantly. It's just something needs to happen. It's just so bad. We're probably going to lose this game again because we're using Jackie and I can't do anything for my team other than just waste the enemy's ammo. So we're going to... Okay, looks like Curse is popping up. Cursed, Drake is able to get stun on, and they just completely carry me. I'm just there to have a good time. I'm just looking pretty. I'm doing nothing to benefit my team, but we end up winning in the end. But yeah, that's going to be the worst brawler inside of Brawl Stars. Let me know of your list in the comment section below. Obviously, this is just my opinion, and basically mainly kind of structured around like competitive, what I see in scrims, what I really feel like works in the meta, and some of these brawlers are just completely trash. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Not too sure whether it'll be a video tomorrow because I have got qualifiers, as I said, and it might be a really long day for me, so I don't know if I'll have time, but yeah, I will definitely upload a video Sunday. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.